What's up, gamers? It's Above, back with another video, this time with the Proving Grounds Grandmaster Nightfall guide. This strike was only introduced into the game 1 week from today, so coming in, no one really knew what to expect. All I can say is this is easily the most challenging GM of the season so far. If I were to compare its difficulty to past GMs, I'd probably put it up there with Garden World. That being said, we were able to get our runs down to a consistent 25 minutes, and this guide will give you a step-by-step breakdown to ensure you can farm your adept palindromes all week long. Jumping right into our team comp, we ran 2 Banner Shield Titans with Ursa Furiosa and 1 Bottom Tree Hunter running Omni Oculus. This team comp allows you to battle back safely against some of the hardest choke points in this GM, such as the Tank Room and Final Boss. Trading out Banner Shields properly is vital to success in this GM, with the Invis Hunter acting as a safeguard in case you need to reposition your team or go for a res in a bad spot. As for our weapon loadouts, we went with 3 Anarchies, 3 primary snipers, 1 anti-barrier scout rifle, and 2 unstoppable pulse rifles. Anarchy not only has fantastic ammo economy, it also does incredible damage over time. It's a perfect fit for this GM as the final boss is very tanky. Anarchy and Succession also do a solid job melting champions and controlling space in several of the ad-dense encounters. The start of this GM and tank encounter are pretty long range as well, which is why we opted for anti-barrier scout and unstoppable pulse rifles over things like hand cannons and SMGs. You'll be dealing with void and solar shields throughout this nightfall, so make sure you have all of your elements covered. As for armor mods, I opted out of Warmind cells once again this week and dove heavily into Charge with Light due to the long range engagements and need for Anarchy against the final boss. I went with Taking Charge and Protective Light for extra damage resistance and paired this with Supercharged and Charged Up to get me to ×5 Charge with Light. Taking Charge is perfect for this GM due to how often you'll be trading out your banner shields, meaning you'll have orbs to pick up at all times. We ran Concussive Dampener to prevent getting one-shot by AoE attacks due to this week's negative modifier, Ignavoon's Challenge, which increases incoming splash and knockback damage. We also ran Sniper Resist to combat long-range damage during the tank encounter. All 3 of us ran Anti-Barrier Sniper and Sundering Glare to ensure we had debuffs on as many of the priority targets as possible. Lastly, our Hunter ran Special Finisher to keep us topped off on ammo throughout the nightfall. You should not have your Titans running Special Finisher, as you'll need their supers up at all times. Their supers are simply far too valuable during the toughest encounters. Diving right into the nightfall, hop on your Sparrows and make your way over to the pipes on the left. As you climb up, you'll be able to get nice angles on champions as they spawn in, while also having cover from the rest of the ads. The first champ is an unstop near the bottom of the hill on your right. Take him out, then continue climbing towards the land tank. Make sure you keep an eye out for the sneaky turret hiding over here. As you push forward, a barrier champion will spawn in. Take him out, then continue climbing. You don't need to worry about the rest of the ads just yet. As you push forward, you'll spawn another unstoppable champion. Once this champion dies, the door to the land tank will open and spawn in another unstoppable champion alongside a mini boss. Prioritize insta-killing the unstop first, then shift your focus to the boss. At this point, you can focus on clearing ads, getting special finishers, and health gating the mini boss. You'll need to take off 1/3 of his health bar to progress the encounter. Anarchy is great for this, as you can passively damage the boss while also clearing ads and restocking on ammo. Once the boss is health gated, he'll put up his protective shield and spawn in another unstoppable champion to your close left. Take him out, then push forward to the boss with a banner shield. Try to split aggro by approaching the bubble from both sides, and have 2 of your teammates stick a single Anarchy mine to the center. If you apply 2 mines yourself, it will not tick for any damage, similar to how the blights in the Prophecy Dungeon work. 2 mines from separate teammates will break the bubble, however, and will allow your team to continue damaging. Pop a second banner shield and melt the boss. Once dead, you're free to move forward. As you enter the land tank, you'll have an opportunity to stock up on special ammo in the transition rooms on the way to the tank encounter. Trust me, you'll need it. Before jumping down to the tank encounter, make sure at least one of you has a banner shield ready to go. As you drop down, pop the banner and immediately focus on the snipers perched on the platforms to your right and left. Once dead, 3 void shielded interceptors, 2 barrier champions, an arc shielded mini boss, and a massive wave of ads will spawn in. This is the first time you'll truly need to focus on the timing of your banner shields. Chaining them is very important, so make sure you're keeping a close eye on your super bar and communicating with the second Titan on your team on when they should pop. I like to count down from 5 when my super has 1/4 remaining, and have the second banner shield pop at 3 seconds left on my super. This ensures there's no downtime and safety between the 2 supers, which is vital as almost everything in this encounter one-shots you. As one Titan protects, the other clears alongside the Hunter. focus on the barrier champions first if you can. Once these are dead, I recommend focusing on the mini boss, followed by the interceptors. I just want to note that these are incredibly annoying. The void shields seem to be somewhat bugged in terms of the hitbox, which makes it very difficult to take them off. I recommend using detonators or tether to help this along a little bit, so if you guys are struggling, definitely use that utility to your advantage. And as you're clearing ads, a second Scion mini boss will spawn in, along with some Cabal dogs and other ads as well. Continue to clear, and when the room has just a couple ads left, move up and collect any ammo you see before killing them and starting the next wave. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the final wave can be pretty intense, so you'll really need to focus on chaining your supers and communicating as much as possible. As the last phase starts, I recommend rotating to the back right-hand corner of the room. The bay doors will open, and you'll all want to stick anarchies on the tank and pop a banner shield. You'll want to take out the tank on the right-hand side as quickly as possible. Once dead, focus on the barrier champion on the ramp in front of you. Remember, don't get greedy if a champion is almost dead. Make sure you keep those timings on your banner shields consistent. Once the champ dies, take out the sniper to your close right and far left, then focus on the other tank. It usually will make its way over to where the previous tank was once the other one dies. The faster you take them out, the easier the encounter becomes. They one-shot you no matter what if you're not protected by a super. Once the tanks, snipers, and barrier champions are dead, you can move up to the middle platform and clear the rest of the room to move on. Now we descend to the bottom of the land tank where we meet the power flow encounter. The objective is to take the 2 charges that set outside on top of the tank wheels and move them into the center room. Each side has a mini boss and champion defending the charge, alongside a sniper and other ads. When you enter, pop a banner shield and take out the unstoppable champion and mini boss. Once the room is clear, pick up the orb, then drop it again. This will open the door to the center room. Plant some anarchy traps, pop a banner shield, and stand back from your Titan as they suppress the Russian gladiators. If you stand too close, they can lunge through your ally's banner shield and kill you, so be careful for that. Once clear, move forward, pop another banner, take out the turret to your left, then take its place and focus on the barrier champion below you. Once clear, head back for the orb and dunk it in the center. You're going to rinse and repeat this exact process on the other side, with the only change being that the unstop has been swapped for a barrier champion. Once both mini bosses and all 4 champions are dead, dunk the second ball and the door leading up to the boss room will open. As the door opens, pop a banner shield to suppress the wave of oncoming ads. This will include dogs, legionaries, and unstop, as well as a barrier champion. We like to back up the hallway a bit to give us a bit of breathing room. The unstop will rush you, while the barrier champ sits back near the center of the elevator. Once clear, try to get finishers on some of the trash ads, then make your way up to the boss room. Before we dive into the strats, I want to make it clear that this guide doesn't use the Skyburners boss cheese. With these guides, I want to help you guys improve as players and earn your loot with consistent strats that have no risk of getting patched. With that said, let's improve together and slay this boss room. This encounter is actually pretty simple once you have the rotation down. We like to play at the back left, right under where the boss sits for the second phase of this fight. Have one of your teammates activate the lever, then immediately pop a banner shield. The boss shoots fireballs at you that, if blocked, give you almost your entire banner shield back. Stick anarchy to the boss, then rotate through the hallway to the left. Ads will spawn out of the door above you, so pop your second banner shield to clear them out. Continue to damage the boss and bait out the fireball attacks. If for some reason you don't have a banner shield available, you can pass through these hallways, causing the orbs to crash into the platform above you. We found this method of survivability to be very consistent. Once the boss hits 2/3 health, he'll put up his protective shield and spawn in 2 unstoppable champions. The left unstop spawns in first, so we'll be playing on the left side of the platform to start. Let the unstop walk out the door, settle for a second, and then stun and spawn kill him. Keep in mind that you'll be having to balance the fireballs from the boss as well as the unstop at the same time, which is why banner shields are so important yet again. The other unstop will make his way over to you, but again, you can use the hallways to bait him and the fireballs if you need. This strat is extremely consistent and will keep you alive no problem. The boss has a limited number of fireball attacks, so if you really don't want to risk entering the bubble to plant an anarchy while the fireball attacks are happening, you can actually bait them out using the back hallway and then use a banner shield to push in and take down the barrier once they've subsided. When you do, more ads will spawn out of the doors above you to your right and left. Use your banner shields and tether to ad control, and once clear, begin DPSing yet again. Once he hits 1/3 health, he'll damage gate and spawn in more unstoppable champions. However, this time the boss will move to the platform above you, so I recommend rotating to the back of the arena where you came in. This gives you ample room to take out the unstops and also puts you well out of range of his fireball attacks. Once the unstops are dead, you can either wait for the fireball attacks to subside again, or use your Invis Hunter to run up and stick Anarchy to the center of his protective shield. Once this breaks, the boss will jump down to the center of the room and begin to aggro you. This is boss melt time. Pop your banner, use your tether to clear ads, stick Anarchy to the boss, and use that hallway to bait the fireball attacks yet again. And after a minute or two, the Proving Grounds Grandmaster Nightfall is a GG. If you found this guide useful and want to see more guides like this in the future, a like and subscription would be greatly appreciated. I also stream GM Helps 4 days a week over at twitch.tv/above, and have no doubt you'll enjoy your time with our amazing community. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!